Okay, so first let's just go through some basic terminology. In OmniCenter, we have a concept of a device, and the device is kind of the most basic unit of monitoring. Um, we define a device as any single logical entity or operating system. So a guest is a device, a host is a device, a switch is a device, a stack of switches, if it's managed as a single entity, is only going to count as one device, and it's going to show up as a single device in OmniCenter. Once we have our device in OmniCenter, the first thing we define about that device is type. And type is the most important parameter for OmniCenter because it tells us how to get data from the device, what methods to use, what APIs it supports, if it's SNMP or WMI, or if it requires a RESTful API. All of that is defined by device type, and every device has exactly one type. But we may have a device type that's running multiple applications. So we have a concept called subtype, and the subtype extends the type to add extra data collectors. So typically, you might have a Windows server, but it's also running SQL Server, so it's going to have a Windows Server device type because that tells us how to talk to it, and then a SQL Server subtype, which tells us we also need to collect SQL specific statistics. So devices can have multiple subtypes. So if it's got multiple applications and things running on it, we can easily have multiple subtypes on the device. If it's a router, it might have an OSPF device subtype, and it might also have a BGP device subtype. It just depends on the configuration of the device. Now, any of these can apply templates to the device. So most of the settings in OmniCenter, we want to manage through templates. So we set up templates like a repository of all of the different things that we want to have on that device. So threshold alarms, who to contact if the device goes down, what applications to monitor on that device. All of those different parameters get defined within a template, and then templates can be linked to the device at different levels. So templates apply hierarchially, and you can have templates apply at the type level, at the subtype level, on categories, on sites, and all the way down to the individual device level. So the important concept there is that a device can be getting those settings from multiple templates. And we're going to talk about how those inherit as we go through this.